Hey now, welcome to SC Custom Designs. We are near the very end of this mini series. Excuse my big fat head. Um, Finishing up the Dragon Bandsaw box. We've had a number of subscribers mention that this looks more like a carving, but it was truly cut out on the bandsaw. Had another subscriber, and we really thank you for your input, your comments, and their suggestion was to use a scroll saw. And I said that would be a great idea, except that this goes beyond the length or the height of the scroll saw blade. So, but that was a good suggestion. That being said, believe it or not, this was cut out on a 14-inch bandsaw using like a I don't know, 3/16 blade or something like this, a small blade. So over here we have the original, the front of the unit that I sliced off so that I could make templates. This is now an oak template. For all intents and purposes, it looks like it could be a finished product too. And this is a slightly larger one. You may have heard me mention that the wood that I used from the log and from the back of my yard, it's very, very soft wood. And so when I slice this, if you look up the series, I encourage you to look up the series where we cover every step of the process. When I sliced this off, the blade came, and then the tail just fell off right here. And then when I went to glue this up, this piece fell off. That was a good sign that I needed to go ahead and do this, and so I did. All right, so that'll be there for the future. You will really appreciate if you do something like that. I'm going to go ahead and raise you up a little bit. I apologize for any of the shaking and all that business that goes on. I don't have fancy software editing, video software editing software. I'm not quite awake yet, even though it's lunchtime. I'm a QA software guy in the daytime. Lunch, nights, and weekends, we're in the wood shop having a lot of fun. So what is the next step here? We're so close to being finished. What I need to do is cut little, like half circles out of the front of the drawer. And I thought, you know what? This would be a good time to pull out. And if you haven't seen one of these, this is a Japanese coping saw where the blade is round. Yes, you heard me. It's round. That means you could basically come in and make your cuts and keep the blade in the same orientation. Whereas, you know, if you have a normal coping saw, you would have to turn it, which can be tricky because then the part here that holds the blade, it's going to get in your way. Okay, so this was worth every penny, let me tell you. And I even went ahead and ordered extra blades. So if I can remember where I got this, which I think I might have purchased from Rockler. I'm not sponsored by Rockler, but I want to show you where the value comes in while not getting in your way. So essentially, I want to have the drawer inserted, and then I will go ahead and freehand draw so that I get it in the correct orientation. So really all I want to do is just, you know, something like this so that I can have a little way to pull that open. Maybe I need to go a little bit wider. Okay. Now, normally what I would do is I'd take it over to my drill press and I would put on a Forester bit. I put a Forester bit in there. That being said, sorry, I'm going to have to get in your way a little bit. That being said, I decided, you know, let's go ahead and try out this coping saw. And watch how easy it's going to be. And I hope I'm not getting in your way. Let's see here. Here. I think I will stand over here. But watch how easy this is. Let's see if you can see what I'm saying here. Right about there. Okay, here we go. So this is literally the first time I'm using this tool. I'm able to follow that line with very little to no issues. And I'm sure I'll get faster and better at this the more I use it. And it all depends on what kind of stock you're going through as well. It's probably harder to do this with me trying to get this in the camera. But oh well, we'll just go a little easier. There we go. How cool is that, my friends? Let's do the other one. I already did it on the wrong side, but it won't matter. All right, this time I'm going to set it down if that's okay. I'll just set it down so I can go a little faster here. As you can see, I don't have to do this. I could just go keep it in the direction that I'm comfortable in going, okay? Okay, this just paid for itself. I'm very, very pleased with this Japanese multi-directional blade, the coping saw concept. So that's awesome. All right, let's place it in, see what we got. That's really all I wanted. I want to just be able to get your fingers in there a little bit so you can pull it out. All right, my big fat fingers are having a problem. So what I'll do now, I had several subscribers ask me, how did I sand all these nooks and crannies in here? You can see that could be a challenge, right? Believe it or not, this is what I used. A very high quality sandpaper, Velcro, that gets Velcroed to some blocks, okay? This is 220. All I literally did was, depending upon how small the area was, just wanted to make sure I had the right side. I just did this. This is very effective, by the way. And I was able to give the unit accents and details into the dragon. It was just so easy. Now look how quickly I cleaned that up. That's nothing but a thing, my friends. Okay, next. This is the way I like work to get done real quick. Okay, look how rough it is. All right. Within a matter of seconds, I'm able to both shape and sand this unit. I'll be able to take it out to the poly shed. If you haven't seen my poly shed, please look that series up. My pastor and some parishioners came over, and for my birthday, I'm going to say roughly 4 years ago, roughly about 4 years ago, they took we took the roof off. It was my birthday. They didn't want me to help out. And a lot easier to do when you put something down, right? Took the roof off. It was a pallet, basically, a pallet kingdom. You know, I just picked up free pallets. They're free, and threw together a shape that was a big square, and put plastic on the top and some roof material, and then I was able. Then what they did is they put corrugated see-through material on the top to make the roof, and then so from that I got the idea to remove all of the pallets, frame it out as I went along, remove a little bit of pallet at a time, and then I put that material there, the corrugated. I'm having a hard time talking and rubbing my belly and my head at the same time today. So we are, for all intents and purposes, almost finished here. I'm going to go out to the polish shed. I'm going to put, I'm thinking golden oak on here. Oh, how beautiful that is. A little dusty. Some golden oak on this, you know, or who knows, something like this. And then I need to sand this down probably with 400 grit sandpaper or more. And then I'm going to spray it down. I think that'll probably do it. Either that or I'm going to put an oil on it. I may just go with an oil. That'll really complement it, and then buff it out. That way I'll be able to take Q-tips and then get down in there. This has been a challenge, you know. It's funny how sometimes I don't think about how difficult a thing is going to be. I get caught up in the moment and caught up in the process. Then I'm like, how am I going to get in there? But I managed to do it. It was tricky to get all that stain. This is a combination of stain and high pigment, very thick pigment stain as well. So, all right, I think I'll go ahead and end the process. Oh, I wanted to show you what else I used. I'm not sponsored by Rockler. By this time, I think I should be. But these are angled contour sanding grips. They, boy, oh boy, oh boy, did they come in handy. You'll notice they have triangular shapes to them, and there's a a smaller one that, you know, that's probably the one I used, and I used this flat piece as well. Okay, I didn't end up using this for any of the shapes, although maybe I could have used it there. And so that's how I did that. And I also used these small units here. And at some point, I really needed to get into some small spaces. So what I did is I cut it in half. So these are just some of the tools that I used. And I really got to stop because, like I said, this is my lunchtime. And I only have so much time. So thanks for watching SC Custom Designs. Just a heads up, I mentioned this in my videos going forward. We're going to that next level of support. I want to say to my subscribers that have been with me from day one, I'm not going to do anything different. You're still going to get videos, okay? Absolutely free. But what I am going to do is go to the next level of membership. And you'll know that by clicking, you'll see a button for a video. That's going to mean that video took me more time to produce. And you're going to get more detail, so on and so forth. So we're going to do a course on making, although you can see my very first attempt already. It's free out there. Look at this, how I made all this on the bandsaw. And I'm going to do a 101 woodworking and then intermediate to advanced woodworking. But I'm going to offer that course. The very first course is going to be talk quickly about the tree where the lumber comes out. So when you go to the lumber yard, you size up, you look at the end grain, you'll know exactly if that board is going to be for you, for your project. Also, we're going to talk about every tool you need that is not expensive, that it's going to get you in the door of woodworking. Okay, they're all hand tools. So, all right, thanks again for watching. Shalom Avachat, Totzin Tzajin. I'm forgetting one of them, but take care. Let's stay safe out there. Thanks for watching my channel. Subscribe if you like what you see. Give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. Leave us your comments. Like I mentioned earlier, comments. Folks are leaving them, and I get back to you. Take care. Thanks, man. Thanks for watching.